Championships, and a great technical program for our Canadian women skaters, José Chouinard and Susan Humphries, who both came here hoping to make amends for personal disappointments at the Olympic Games. Chouinard, of course, expected a better result. She got it here, and she's now in contention for a medal, even a gold medal, if she should win the free skate. Chouinard has drawn first in the final group, and that might be a good draw for her. As for Susan Humphries, she was very disappointed in Lillehammer, did not even get to skate the long program, but she is in 10th place and looking good for tomorrow night. With their thoughts, let's join Barb and Paul.
Chris, having experienced the pressure of competing at a world championship in your own country, one can relate to what Yuko Sato experienced out there tonight. She delivered perhaps the finest technical program of her career, and as a result finds herself leading this ladies' competition. The word is that she has sought advice from Japan's 1989 world champion Midori Ito in an effort to enhance her skills for what she's going to face as she goes out to skate the long program tomorrow night. But Barb, Yuka Sato isn't the only big story in the ladies' competition.
Well, I was extremely impressed with the level of competition and the number of clean skates out there today. Everybody thought that this event would be a real letdown after all the withdrawals, but it was anything but. Now, maybe it didn't have all the drama of the Olympics, but it certainly had the great skating, and tomorrow's final should be very exciting. Tonight, we're going into the free dance final. Let's go to our Olympic ice dance judge, Jean Semp, to find out why controversy always seems to surround ice dance judging. Jean?
Well, Barb, judging ice dancing is not easy, and it's not easy for the audience to understand either. And part of that reason, I think, is because we're not looking for things as obvious as whether a jump is landed or it's not landed. We're looking for speed across the ice surface, and unfortunately that doesn't come across on television, good speed or lack thereof. We're looking for edges, for difficult footwork, unison, flow, glide, how the couple expresses the music, all things that are specific to ice dance judges but are less definable and less understandable. I think we do need to do a continuing job of educating the public on what ice dance judges are looking for. Chris?
Well, Jean, our scorecards are ready, and Canadians Bourne and Kraatz are getting ready for their free dance, a team with the look of future champions.
Well, it's strange. When I get on the ice, I feel like another person. Not so much like another person, but I'm opening up because I'm doing something I love to do. And I feel so free, and I have so much control out there that, you know, nothing can hurt me when I'm out there because I know what I'm doing. And I just want to show everyone how good we are, you know, and just do the best we can do, because, I don't know, I just feel like a free spirit, you know, and I just try to get into my character or whatever, and I don't know how to explain it. It's just a feeling you get.
I don't know, I just feel I'm the same person basically on and off the ice. You know, sometimes I'm lost on the ice, like you know, when I drive around, I just take same roads over and over and over, but I'm just the same person. Maybe I'm more determined on the ice for the simple reasons because I've been doing this for a short period of time, but I think I'm pretty good at it, and I think having Shailene as somebody that is always challenging me helps me so much further, and I feel very comfortable out there. I like the power, I like the drive, I like, you know, skating together in a team, and I think the determination, never having had the chance of having gone to Junior Worlds or any other international and having left some kind of a mark, that's what makes me strive even further. You know, certain days, you know, it doesn't go that well, and then Shay, you know, sets in and she goes, okay, let's do it. You know, we have been training for this every day, and we always say skating is supposed to be fun. If it's not fun, why are we here? You know, we worked hard. And I think I'm just the same person. It's Shay that usually changes from on the ice and off the ice. You know, like she says, she has like, she's almost in peace with herself when she's skating.
Well, it's strange because I feel like once I'm on the ice, it's like a challenge to see how many people I can get to watch us, and just to look at them straight in the eye and see if they're looking, and try to lure them into our performance.
Well, their look has been a big hit with the judges this week, and so was the hydroblading exhibition they put on this morning. The last dance of a remarkable season for Shailene Bourne and Victor Kraatz in 6th place.
Well, I think you'll see several examples of where they put this hydroblading to work in the free dance. Here's one right here. Look at how low she gets. Quality. And we talk about that so much. The best way to describe it is that when others skate past us, we can almost always hear their edges. When Shaylin and Victor skate past us, you can't hear a thing, and that's because their knees are absorbing the edge instead of fighting it.
Like that they've just executed, which display a great degree of strength and control. To get down that low to the ice and bring yourself right back up again demonstrates that their hydroblading is working on their strength and power as well as their edge quality.
Well, it's nice to see a team skating at different levels. It's what makes them unique, what sets them apart, and I think it's what's going to bring them right to the top.
There's Victor's mom along with Mrs. Stoiko cheering them on. What a great year for Shaylin, Bourne, and Victor Kraatz.
Well, Shaylin and Victor must be absolutely thrilled with the way this season has gone. Last year they were 14th at the World Championships, and they go to the Olympic Games with Uzova Zulin and Torval and Dean in the field and finish 10th, and things are looking even better for them here tonight.
Their marks when we return.
5-3, 5-4.
Shaylin and Victor still clearing the ice as the first set of marks are being posted here. 5-1s through 5-4s for technical merit.
Thank you. Artistic impression.
And now the artistic marks, and they go up. 5 first-place ordinals. They have seconds from France and Hungary, and 2/3 from Ukraine and Belarus. So for the time being, they are in first place and consolidate their hold on 6th overall. Well, the final group is waiting to take the ice. Barb mentioned now on the ice another team like Shaylin Bourne and Victor Kraatz that has had a meteoric rise at these championships. Tatiana Navka and Samuel Gazeillion of Belarus. They're actually Ukrainian-born skaters. Once competed for Russia and trained in Lake Placid. They're in 5th place.
What I like about this team is that they've demanded my attention. They've got a presence about them that makes you take notice and watch.
I'm sure that comes from their coach, Natalia Dubova, who is also the coach of Maya Isova and Alexander Zulin, who have chosen not to be here.
Of good coaching and choreography when the music suits and is tailored to the style and technical ability of the skater. This music sounds big, portrays power, and I think that's what they're doing out there. Barb, you can ask any performer and they'll tell you that you're only as good as your backup band. And for anybody who skates, your backup band is your music. And I think this team has made a great selection with the 3 pieces of music that they are skating to tonight.
the ice well. They commanded my attention and yours as well, Paul. I think it's a team that is going to be around for a number of years, and I think it's a team that's going to be rivals with our Canadian team, Shaylin Bourne and Victor Kraatz, for a long time to come.
And somebody that agrees with you is Natalia Dubova. She says she's very impressed with Bourne and Kraatz, and she looks forward to the rivalry in the years ahead. We'll have the marks for Navka and Gazeillion when we return. There's Natalia Dubova welcoming her team off the ice of Navka and Gazeillion as the first set of marks are being posted here. 5-4s and 5-5s, the best technical marks we've seen so far. This is a team that won back in '91 at Skate America, but never got a chance at major internationals because of the depth of Russian skating. Second set of marks, and they have 7 firsts, 2 seconds. Those 2 seconds are behind Bourne and Kraatz, but Navka Gazeillion are now the leaders.
22番スザンナ・ラカのペトリコッコ組フィンランド
Well, the very popular Finnish champion, Susanna Rakamo-Petri Kokko, they are third at the moment, looking for their first ever world medal and their country's first in 61 years in what might be their last amateur competitive skate.
Well, this is one of the only teams that has chosen a theme for their free dance. And here they are portraying 2 tramps facing another day on the streets and bringing us into their world. that always stands out from the rest.
They have an ability to bring something different to the ice that nobody else has to offer. And although they've expressed some disappointment in the fact that Magnat and Levanchi have jumped ahead of them here, I can remember how thrilled they were to be on the verge of winning their first European medal in Helsinki a year and a half ago. And I'm sure they'll be equally thrilled if they can capture a bronze medal at these World Championships.
Well, they always have very unique lift ups. One thing that I like about this team, but I think what may keep them in third spot is the fact that the free dance is not as difficult as the top two. They keep their speed well, but it's because the steps aren't as difficult.
They've always been a joy to watch. We'll have their marks when we return.
5-7.
Well, they continue to clear the ice here. No surprise that a Romanova performance will be that well received. The Canadian pen is set to the souvenir, and the marks 5 6s and 7s, technically.
They're always a crowd favorite. I think that's because they have that ability to reach out and grab the audience.
And the artistic marks up to 5/8. First place mark so far from all 9 judges for this brilliant couple from Helsinki.
Thank you. Ukraina, number 23.
Well, in ice dance in the 1994 World Championships, it's been fun to talk about young couples on the rise. And here is another, the Ukrainian champions, Irina Romanova and Igor Yaroshenko. They're in 4th place and trying to catch the Finns for a medal.
Well, I think when you look at the results from this World Championship ice dance competition, one should not forget the withdrawal of Krylova Fedorov. They were tied with this team in 4th place before she had a bad fall in practice, broke her arm, and was forced to withdraw. And they'll most certainly go back into the equation next year. That I do enjoy the way the ice dancers have the ability to take you from watching a couple of tramps hanging out on the street to moving inside to a little cabaret action. question of taste. Obviously, Natalia Linenchuk felt that this was a program best suited for this particular couple. I thought it was well skated, perhaps not as involving as Rakamo Koko, but a strong performance.
Irina Romanova and Igor Yaroshenko of Ukraine. 7th at the Olympic Games and last year's Worlds will get their marks when we come back. And the technical merit marks for Romanova Yaroshenko are being posted by 5s and 6s from the judging panel. That's Gennady Karponosov. And now the artistic marks, 8 second-place ordinals and 1 third. And that third is behind Bourne and Kraatz, who do have a second-place mark. Romanova Yaroshenko currently in second with 2 couples to go. Here are the Olympic champions, and it all began with this free dance in Copenhagen at the European Championships. It left quite an impression. They went on to win the Olympic free dance and the gold medal, now in pursuit of their first world championship.
And if you're wondering why this will be the #1 free dance, just watch their feet move and watch all of the different positions. They're constantly changing positions while at the same time doing the difficult footwork. That's what set the teams apart.
Well, they performed this free dance brilliantly at Europeans in a fine come-from-behind victory, and that's not off to a very good start. So Jenny seemed to have lost an edge, and I was about to say that at the Olympic Games, it was a rather ragged performance, and their exuberance here perhaps might have cost them at that particular point.
was almost skated better here than it was at the Olympic Games. And there will be a very minor deduction for the fall simply because it was so quick. It did not interrupt the flow of the dance at all.
Oksana Grishuk, Evgeny Platov. But the fall does seem to have dampened the enthusiasm of the crowd here. This free program usually received with more enthusiasm.
And there you saw his right inside edge. He seemed to hit his toe pick, and down he went.
Can you win world gold with a fall in the free dance? We'll find out when we return. Oksana and Evgeny coming off the ice, 5 7s and 8s from 8 of the 9 judges. Bulgaria seems to have tacked on an extra deduction for the fall. There's Natalia Lenichuk.
It looks like they probably took about a 0.1 deduction, but these next set of marks will definitely go up.
5 8s and 9s for the team that's followed the same course as Elvis Stoico. Bronze 2 years ago at the World, silver last year, and hoping to have the gold that Elvis won last night. Final skaters hoping for their first medal, the French national champion, Sophie Mongnat, Pascal Levanchy, kind of surprised to be in a position to win a medal here. And after the fall, I wonder if they're thinking, hey, maybe we can skate for gold.
Well, I'm not sure if they have seen the fall of Grishuk Platov, but back at the European Championships, they fell twice on this dance. And since then, this dance has really evolved, and they've really grown into it. They got their inspiration for it from watching Fred and Ginger movies and did all of the choreography themselves.
Sit on the platform watching them, I certainly miss the anticipation of the will they or won't they aspect of the other 3 disciplines of figure skating.
difficult, and that's because it keeps moving. It's very continuous. It flows nicely. There's great speed, and I think it's a great free dance.
It is a good free dance, Barbara. I'll agree with you there, but it's certainly not good enough to catch Grishuk Platov. I think it's a second-place performance of the evening, and in keeping with the scoring of tonight's free dance, there hasn't been a change in the top 19 positions in this competition.
Sophie Mongnat and Pascal Lavanchy, the French champions, and we'll have their marks when we come back to Japan.
5-7, 5-8, 5-7, 5-7.
And the marks for Mongnat Lavanchy posted 5-7s and 8s. For technical merit. They've had the busiest schedule of all the ice dancers, starting with wins at Skate Canada and Skate America, the second set of marks, and the artistic not as high as Grishuk Platov. 2 firsts, 7 seconds, and there's a silver medal hug from their coach, Danielle Maritel. Despite the fall rushes, Grishuk Platov win their first world championship. France the silver, Finland the bronze. A 6th-place finish for Bourne and Kraatz allows Canada 2 couples at next year's World Championships. And we'll have more from Japan after this. Dance event is complete as we welcome you back to the event hall in Makahari. Let's join Brian Williams with the Canadian champions.
Thank you, Chris. Shailene and Victor, you were 14th at the Worlds a year ago in Prague, 10th in Lillehammer, 6th here. In your wildest dream, did you ever think you'd advance this quickly?
No, it's been a real shock for us. We just came here wanting to skate well and hopefully be in top 10 and placing 6th. I'm still in shock. I think I'm on cloud 9 right now.
Well, you've excited everyone, in particular the skaters. Victor, last night or the other night we talked about how quiet you are in your skates, and that's because you put your hands on the ice in practice. You call it hydroplaning. You were quiet tonight, but people were also talking about the great strength you both showed tonight, physical strength out there.
Yeah, I think that's one of our goals. We want to put the athleticism back into the sport so that the young people say, okay, maybe we would like to do dance, you know, and it is fun. It's, you know, being on the edge, that's what counts, and if you wipe out, that's part of it, and it's a sport.
Stay with us. We'll wrap it up as we will return to the 1994 World Figure Skating Championships here in Japan.
The 1994.
So the medal ceremony here at the Makahari Event Hall, and the dream season complete for Oksana Grishuk and Evgeny Platov as they now have world gold to go with their Olympic gold medals. When the season started, we expected the ice dance competition to be dominated by the veterans, Usova Zuland or Torvill and Dean, but very much the opposite happened. Grishuk and Platov winning golds at both the major events, and we have new medalists, first-time medalists, here in the silver and bronze medal positions at the World Championships. Well, it augurs well for the future for Shailene Bourne and Victor Kraatz as well. Their 6th-place finish gives us reason for optimism for the future. And speaking of that, Jose Chouinard skates for a medal, perhaps gold tomorrow. With their thoughts, here again, Barb and Paul.
Thanks, Chris. Well, after the drama of the ice dance event at the Olympic Games and the drama of Elvis winning last night, I was a little bit let down by this free dance final here tonight. Sure, the skating was very entertaining, but I felt like we knew what the outcome was going to be before it even began, and that kind of took all the drama out of it. And I wonder if Maya Usova and Alexander Zuland had been here tonight, I think this might have been their night. But, Paul, we are certain to have drama tomorrow in the ladies' event.
Well, Barb, if there was a little lack of excitement here tonight, I think it's hardly going to be the case in here tomorrow night. With the hometown favorite, Yuka Sato, leading going into the ladies' final, I think there's going to be a charge of electricity in this building tomorrow night. Whatever the outcome, one of these women is going to become world champion for the very first time. And wouldn't it be magical if it was our own Jose Chouinard? For then Canada, for the first time, would hold both the men's and the women's title for the first time in history. Brian?
All right, speaking of Jose Chouinard, Paul, her coach Louis Stong told me just a few minutes ago that his job now begins. Remember, Jose has been close before, only to meet disappointment in the final. So Stong says, I've got to keep her focused tonight and all day tomorrow for that ladies' free program. And now for Chris Cuthbert, Barbara Underhill, Paul Martini, and Gene Sempt, I'm Brian Williams saying good night from here in Japan.